It's one thing to watch a scary movie, but it's quite another to feel as if you experienced it firsthand through a video game. From iconic games like Fatal Frame and Silent Hill, horror games have remained a juggernaut in the gaming industry. However, it'll never be at the top because some are just too scary for others' likeness. I'm your host Andrew, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 scary video game moments. Coming in at number 10, we have Fear the Ladder Scene. Fear is arguably the greatest horror FPS game there is. It was released in October 2005 and developed by Monolith Productions. I don't want to spoil much about this game because you kind of have to experience the story. Yep, I said experience. But basically it revolves around the idea of a supernatural entity. You play the captain of a fictional special force team while uncovering the secrets of the little girl you keep seeing. One part of the game stuck out to many players for being one of the most unexpected scary moments in a video game. Ever heard of a 2-for-1? That was it. The thing about this is that before the ladder scene, you have to navigate these dark sewers all while hearing the little girl Alma laughing around you. But the fact that they scare you at the top of the ladder made it so the second scare hit you that much harder. At a number 9 spot, we have Dying Light, the Volatile.
I swear to God, there's a big guy. I can't.
Oh yeah. Back up. I don't think he sees us. We're good though. We're good at the moment.
Alright, Penny.
Yup, these are arguably one of the scariest encounters you'll have in any game. For those who don't know, the game is Dying Light and these are the Volatiles. This game was first of its kind, being a zombie survival and a parkour game at the same time. Except this game was no run in the park. As you park over walls, slashing through zombies, night is bound to hit. And that's when these guys come out. Volatiles are the equivalent of the Hulks of all the zombies. They have super strength, super speed, and are probably the scariest thing that will be chasing you in the game. When you encounter one and they notice you, they will stop at nothing to bring you down. These guys are massive too, with exposed muscle tissues and bones all over their body. And you can constantly hear their heavy breathing and loud screeches in the dead of night. Personally, I remember playing this game and not having spent one night outside just so I don't have to encounter any one of them. At a number 8 spot, we have the Fatal Frame pop-outs. Japan is known for their horror content, and this game displayed that beautifully. Fatal Frame is an entire video game series developed by Tecmo, who's also done games like Dead or Alive and Deception, so you know they have a pretty good reputation. The game consisted of walking around a haunted location, looking for clues, and fighting ghosts with only a camera. The haunted location you're staying was used for satanic rituals, usually involving the sacrifice of a young girl. So just be prepared to encounter many terrifying pop-outs. As mentioned, you would probably be wandering around the halls when the music suddenly comes out of nowhere. Worst of them was hearing Broken Neck Lady's music, not seeing her, opening your viewfinder, then bam, she's right in front of you.
What happens as soon as we open this, Kyle? Ready?
No?
At a number 7 spot, we have Annoying the Witch from Left 4 Dead. You heard it here first. Left 4 Dead 2 is one of the most fun and unique co-op zombie survival games of all time. For those who haven't been blessed by the presence of this game, Left 4 Dead 2 is the second installment of the Left 4 Dead series created by Valve Corporation. We follow the lives of 4 people: Ellis, Coach, Rochelle, and Nick, who fight through hordes of zombies through different unique campaign missions. This game gets pretty hectic with the amount of zombies chasing after you, but nothing quite compares to the zombie known as the Witch. For a lot of us, the Witch caught us off guard. We would hear her crying, then we would go up and see this innocent looking person sitting on the ground. Except when you try to touch her, And let me tell you, when you get her attention, she has the ability to run at incredible speeds and down your character within seconds from her razor sharp claws. So go do me a favor. If you're interested in horror games with friends, check out Left 4 Dead 2. At our number 6 spot, we have the intro to Silent Hill. Silent Hill is one of the most classic horror games and will go down in history. But in addition, this is one of the first games that genuinely terrified me as a child. Specifically, I'm talking about the opening scene in the first Silent Hill game. Your character, Harry, wakes up when the sky turns dark, everything becomes foggy, and this eerie soundtrack plays in the background. I think the best for you guys is to just see it for yourself. The music is one of the most defining points of the scene, as well as the overall foggy imagery, not really knowing what could be out there. I believe they did this to mess with the players from the start. This game already had so many bizarre and unexplained things, and this only started it all. So hats off to Silent Hill, and if you haven't, I would highly recommend these games if you're into horror games. In the hunt for our list, we have the atmosphere of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Unlike others on this list, this game didn't center on pop-ups as their focal point. Instead, they made the game feel organic with heart-pounding suspense and tension every moment of the game. This game likes to have a lot of dark areas, especially to make you feel as if someone is always there. Then when you combine that with a great background audio, then you're just gonna be anxious and scared the entire game. There would be moments in the game where you're trapped with a monster and all you could hear is shuffling left, right, behind you, in front of you, and you end up being trapped not knowing what to do. Maybe that was just me, but you guys get the point. Regardless, the gaming community really loves the psychological horror this game has to offer. Number 4, animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy. If you haven't spent a night at Freddy's, I wouldn't highly recommend it. But hey, let's say they're paying good. I mean, it's a night shift. They're definitely paying extra. Your job is to take care of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Restaurant during the night. In it are these life-size animatronic characters that perform for children, but at nights they begin to walk around and move on their own. Yup. Basically, what makes these guys so creepy is due to the uncanny valley, which is that feeling you get when you see something that closely resembles a human, but is not quite realistic. But in this case, they're animatronics, but they're really moving like humans. This should be a thing other game designers should note. If you make something that could both look like a children's toy and demon spawn, then you can replicate the eerie and creepy you get from the animatronics. Number 3, the Dead Space gore. This one is not only scary, but kinda disturbing, so don't say I didn't warn you. Specifically, we're going to talk about Dead Space 2. This is a science fiction themed survival game where you play as an engineer, Isaiah Clarke, on Saturn in the middle of a necromorph alien outbreak. The game deals with many sci-fi related concepts, so there's some stuff in this game that you wouldn't see in others. Let me give you the gist of it. If you don't feel pain in your eye, then something is very wrong with you. Dead Space 2 for me was the best in the series, although others will disagree. I think it combined action and horror really good and created fear based on the anticipation of certain enemies and areas where you know you're going to have a hard time. Number 2, a Slenderman Attack. Slenderman, whether you like it or you don't, will go down as the most iconic horror game of all time. Whether it be from the memes or even the real life homicide inspired by the monster, Slenderman is a creature that'll be on our minds forever. Slender 8 Pages is the first game in the Slenderman series. The game is situated inside of a dark plain forest where you have only a flashlight and tasks to find 8 pages scattered around the area. The only thing standing between you and your goal is a tall, faceless man who relentlessly stalks you and seems to appear out of the thin air every time you turn around. The scariest thing and the most iconic thing about this game are the cutscenes that'll happen to you when he finally catches you. At our number 1 spot, we have a Herobrine Encounter. This was every child's worst fear when they were venturing through the blocky world of Minecraft. So who was this white-eyed Steve that haunted everyone in the innocent game? Herobrine was popularized in 2010 by a video game streamer called Copeland in a hoax on Brocraft, his live stream channel for the video game Minecraft. However, in the creepypasta we all know and love, it talks about one Minecraft user who encounters another player in a single player mode game. Then he reports strange things such as random tunneling, sand temples, and even trees with no leaves. Ever since, Herobrine has been a mystery to Minecraft. The funniest thing about all of this is that even Minecraft says, quote, removed Herobrine every single patch update just to tease us a little more about his existence.
Okay, let's use a diamond.
But what do you guys think? Do you think he exists, or do you think he's just a plain hoax that they keep trying to play on? Well, these are the top 10 scary video game moments. I'm your host, Andrew. What do you guys think about this list? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a scary day.